friends, welcome to the Cozy Cottage Crochet Podcast channel. My name is Hannah and happy Thanksgiving! It is the day before Thanksgiving. Nova is currently sleeping. Noah is sleeping right next to me on his little pillow. He'll probably be awake very soon because he has not let me put him down very much today or at all recently. How are you? I wanted to have this video out like a week ago, but our house has been nuts, which I will tell you about at the end of this video. I do have some things to share with you. I have a finished object. I know, who am I? I think my first finished object since the baby has been born. I have a Christmas hat that I'm working on. I have a little bit of Happy Mail to share with you. Before we jump into all of that, I want to give a huge thank you to my sponsor for this video, and that is Ana Luisa Jewelry. You know, if you've been around for a long time, that I love them dearly, and they have been my partner for 4 or 5 years in a row running this time of year. I wear their pieces all the time. In fact, aside from one like essential oil necklace and one necklace that my husband got me after Nova was born, pretty much every single piece of jewelry that I wear comes from them. And so they sent me a few lovely things to share with you, and I want to show them to you. So the pieces that they sent me to share with you this time are 2 rings and a pair of earrings. I should mention these 2 earrings, this little butterfly and this pearl, those are both from Ana Luisa as well. And of course, all their packaging is recyclable. They're a carbon neutral company. All of their gold is recycled, so there's no new gold mining done there, and I just love their ethic of sustainability. They sent me a mood ring. My inner 90s kid, I cannot even tell you how excited I was to actually get this. When I put this on a little bit ago, it was gray, and now it is blue. It's kind of blowing out on the camera a little bit. But from here, when I look at it, it's blue, and I can see a hint of rainbow around the side because I am a little chilly right now. It's very cloudy outside. Let me tell you, I have not seen a mood ring in stores in a really long time. When I was, I'm going to say between the ages of like 8 and 16, so half of my life at that point, I was pretty obsessed with them. And of course, it's based on the temperature of your body. It's not really based on your mood. But I had a mood ring with my hard-earned couple of dollars. Like in my family, we didn't do chores for money or anything like that. So if we had money that was received, it was because someone gifted it to us, or we did some specific project that we got money for. We didn't get like an allowance. So I spent some of my hard-earned dollars on a mood ring. And I wore it, I feel like I want to say for years, but that's unrealistic. I know I wore it a ton. I actually was reading one of my diaries recently, and my old teenage angst diaries, and I discovered that my mood ring made an appearance in my diary. And I was like, my mood ring says that I'm blue today. I'm so sad. And I was a pretty emo teenager, I will not lie. I wasn't really sad though. Most of my diaries, truthfully, are like random musings about the day in the life of like a 13-year-old, plus a lot of speculation about the various boys that were in my life, and wondering about what I was going to be when I grew up and how my life would look. And I have to say I'm pretty happy with how my life looks. 13-year-old me had no idea that, you know, I was going to be a pastor, that I was going to be into crochet or knitting, that I would be married to the most wonderful person in the world, that I would have 2 beautiful babies. Like, I could never have imagined a life as wonderful as I have it. But back to my story, I had this mood ring and I lost it. I lost it at a place called Weeki Wachee Springs. Weeki Wachee Springs is like a little water park built on Weeki Wachee Springs, which is a natural spring about, from where I live, it's probably 2 hours north of me, and they have a little water park. And I went there with one of my friends, and we had a great time, and I was wearing my mood ring because I was very cool, okay? And I lost it in the water, and I never got it back. And I was like pretty devastated when that happened because I had spent my own dollars on that. And I never actually had another mood ring until now. I truly am so excited about this. I can't even tell you. This is the silver mood ring. They actually have it in gold as well. And you know, the original mood rings were just like a band usually with the color inside. This one actually is a stone that just looks really cool. So that's my story about a mood ring. And I'm so thrilled. I'm like excessively, outrageously thrilled to have a mood ring, and I'm gonna wear this all the time. I have another ring from Ana Luisa that I wear all the time as well, and I may have to move it to a different finger because this one fits perfectly right there. Man, I love it. So if you want a mood ring, if you're inner or 90s, early 2000s kid, it's like, oh, you need this. They also sent me a beautiful little gold and blue ring right here. That's so pretty. And then these gorgeous, I hope I can get the camera to focus because it's kind of blowing it out with the light. They're like little crystal stud earrings with a drop tiny pearl at the bottom. Sorry, I know it's blowing it out. It's, I'll tell you why the window's open in a moment. So you can use my code. I have a link down below. It's in the top of the description box. If you click on it, it will take you directly to their website. There's no specific code that you have to use. Just if you use my link, depending on what you want to purchase, it can be up to 35% off for their Black Friday, Thanksgiving type sale. And what I have done, because I find their jewelry really reasonably priced and it holds up super well. The other ring that I was talking about that I don't have on right now, I have had for over 3 years now, and I have worn that thing to death and it is perfect condition. So what I have done is actually handmade some Christmas gifts sometimes. I made a hat one time and I made a pair of socks one time, and I put a little pouch inside of Ana Luisa jewelry, so it was like a gift that went together. So with the hat, I had included a pair of earrings that I thought matched perfectly, and with the socks that I made, was it socks? I think it was gloves. This was a while ago. I included a pair, or a ring. Yeah, it had to be gloves because it went with the theme. I included the earrings with the hat, and I included a ring with the gloves. The way that I wrapped it is I put the gloves, like the little fingerless mittens, I wrapped them up, and with the bow, I tied the ring inside the bow, so it was like a little jewel inside the bow of the ring. I had to watch a YouTube tutorial for that because I'm not very good at tying bows, but that one came out, and it just went over so, so well. It was such a wonderful way to zhuzh up a gift. Not that a handmade gift needs to be zhuzhed up, but if you're wanting to add a little extra sparkle, I think that is such a wonderful way to go. And I really love their jewelry, and I will continue as long as they let me to work with them because I love their pieces and the mood ring. You guys, get yourself a mood ring. You need one. I know you need one. Even if you're not a 90s kid. Okay. We're going to talk yarn first because the life update that I'm going to give you is tragic. Tragic, let me tell you. The baby is over here. I should take a picture. He's sleeping like this with his mouth fully open. How many more minutes do I have? I just don't know. So what is my finished object? Ta-da! Oh, I scared the baby. I was too loud. I have a finished pair of socks, and they are identical up to the pink stripe, and then after that they diverge from each other. But they're finished. I had one sock finished the last time I talked to you, and now I have the whole other sock. I actually was right before the heel the last time I talked to you, so I've done a heel and an entire sock. I'm going to put them on sock blockers, and I will tell you that the reason this sock is done is because there has been sickness in our house. So I've been trapped a lot. And the sickness did get to me, so then I stopped. But this sock got done first. The yarn that I'm using for this, I have used every single drop of this yarn possible. String Theory Colorworks. Oh no, are you snorting? That was a snort? He's so gassy today. So gassy. What are you doing, buddy? What? You're all right. String Theory Colorworks. 80% merino, 10% cashmere, 10% nylon. It is the colorway Stark Effect. I got this at Distaff Day. No, at Distaff Day, I saw this colorway in the colorway list and I wanted to buy it, but they didn't have it. I then went to Yarn Lounge, and at Yarn Lounge, there was another tiny yarn store, and they had this colorway, and I knew it was meant to be. It was actually the only thing I purchased because I was on a budget, but I knew it was meant to be, and I have made a sockhead hat out of it, which has already been gifted, and I have made a pair of socks out of it, and this is how much yarn was left total. One stripe in each color. I bet this is maybe 5 grams. Maybe, because these are pretty loosely wound. I don't think I could have used more of this yarn if I had tried. Like, it is really used up. And then the contrast toes, heels, and cuffs is a fingering weight, kind of a teal color that I got from Malia Made It, who was my advent calendar last year. So these are the socks. I'm so thrilled the ends are woven in. So they are finished. I do need to take a picture of them, and then I'm going to wear them because they are so cozy, and it's actually supposed to get cold tonight, or at least, not 80 degrees. It's been raining this morning, and the temperature is supposed to start dropping just in time for Thanksgiving and for the oven to be on all day. So it's perfect to wear sport weight socks. So what I have is fingering weight for the cuffs, heels, and toes, sport weight for all of these stripes. What I did is I just guessed at how this was going to fit. They actually fit perfectly. I did 64 stitches, which is my normal fingering weight sock count for my 2x2 rib. Then I decreased to 60 stitches for this stockinette of the cuff. Then I increased 2 stitches for the back only, just so I could work a heel over 32 stitches instead of 30. And then I decreased those back out, did the entire foot on 60 stitches in sport weight. And then for the toe, what I did, I used a rounded toe recipe that does a decrease round followed by 3 stockinette rounds, then a decrease round followed by 2 stockinette rounds, then a decrease round followed by 1 stockinette round, and then you decrease every round until the end. Instead of decreasing the first round, I just did 4 plain rounds of stockinette in fingering weight yarn, which brought it in slightly, but not, I didn't taper it too fast. I didn't want to get rid of those 4 rounds because I need the length in the toe. I have tried these on. They fit really, really well. So I started them the same. They had the same stripe pattern. I knew I wasn't going to have enough yarn to make them identical. So I took the last stripe pattern that was left over and did the last 2 stripes right there. So they're sisters. They're not twins, but they are beautiful. And I'm so delighted with them. I'm calling them my Lisa Frank socks. They're so celebratory. And I have a gummy bear stitch marker. And a sad baby. A gummy bear stitch marker on them. So these socks are totally done. They have been done for about 2 weeks now, which is outrageous. Oh, do you need me to pick you up? Are you having such a hard time, buddy? Let's burp cloth, because he likes to slime me. And oh, he is having a hard day. Everyone in this house is having a hard life. Yes, do you want to say hi to your friends? Oh, hello. Oh, look at his face. Look at his chunky face. You're so tired. He has not slept a lot. The other project that I've been working on is my Christmas hat. It's a sockhead hat. It is living in a lovely little bag that was made for me by Allie from Little Drops of Wonderful a long time ago. I adore this bag. It has her pin on it that says, "You are a little drop of wonderful." And what is in here has actually gotten quite a fair amount of work done on it. Are you trying to poop? What's happening? So much grunting. So much grunting. Hi. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Grumpy, grumpy. I got this yarn last Thanksgiving, which is why it's perfect that I'm working on it right now. Last Thanksgiving, my family went to Cocoa Beach. My aunt and uncle had a timeshare there, and we went and stayed just for 2 days, I think, to have Thanksgiving over there with them. This year, Thanksgiving is at my house tomorrow, and everyone's coming to my house. But there was a little yarn store in Cocoa Beach, and I got this. It's Whimsical Colors San Juan Stellar Socks. So this is hand-dyed in San Juan, Puerto Rico, and the colorway is poinsettia. What is up with this lighting today? My goodness. It's 80% merino, 20% nylon. And I knew immediately that I had to buy it because the color is called poinsettia. It looks like a poinsettia. And my granny, my mom's mom, was where we spent most of our holidays. And she loved poinsettias. And she lived on Poinsettia Lane. And she never got to meet. She actually didn't even get to come to my wedding. She was kind of nearing the end at that point. But she's obviously never going to get to meet my babies. And she was just such a huge, oh, I'm going to cry. She was such a huge part of making Christmas and the holidays magical for me as a child. And when I saw this yarn, was like, I have to have it because it's so memory based to me. And so I bought it. This is the yarn. And I figured I was going to make something with it. But I was like, a sockhead hat, because that's obviously my go-to at all times. Sockhead hat is a free pattern by Kelly McClure on Ravelry. If you just Google sockhead hat pattern, it will pop right up. It's really easy. This is almost like a treasure. I don't even know that I'm going to wear this very often. It's just, I just want to have it to look at because you are snorting. I want to have it to look at because every time I look at it, every time I work on it, I almost feel my granny. And I am going to be making some pralines tomorrow as well for Thanksgiving, which is something that I used to make with her, and she made them the best ever. And I used to make them with her, but I haven't made them in over 15, probably 20 years, something like that. And my mom found the little recipe card and gave it to me, and it took me a few tries to get them right because the recipe was very sparse. But I'm going to make those. So my mom has had the pralines again, but my aunt is coming tomorrow, and she has not had Granny's pralines since Granny passed away. I'm really excited to share that, and I hope to get some stitches in on this tomorrow as well. I have been pretty monogamous. This is the only thing I have been working on since the socks have been finished because it's the only thing I had the bandwidth for. It was to go around in a circle. How Christmassy is this? So you saw this before the baby was born. This stitch marker at the very bottom, that is where I was before he was born. I had grand plans that I was going to get the ribbing done and then take this to the hospital for hospital knitting. Did I knit in the hospital? No. But I just wanted to have it, But I didn't get the ribbing done because he came a week early. Yes, you did. A week. A week early. Grumpy boy. You came a week early. Yes, you did. So I didn't get to finish the ribbing. So I didn't get to go around in a circle. Would you like your pacifier? Or do you just want to numb your hands forever and ever? Say forever and ever hands. Amen. Oh, you don't like it? Okay. Okay. Okay, let's bounce. You gotta let me finish this video, Grunterson. Oh! Is that what you have to say? That was it? Oh, he just farted in my hand. He's really gassy today. Anyways, at the bottom, that's where I was. I have gone all the way up to the top. I bet I'm about 8 inches now. I'm going to get to about 11 or 12 before I start doing the decreases. So that will happen. And I just adore the way this works up. I love the spiral. It looks like poinsettia to me. It looks like Christmas. I obviously am not going to wear this all year round. Not because I have anything against wearing Christmas things all year round, but because It's a treasure, and I want this to last years and years and years and years. So that's the other thing I've been working on. I have not worked on anything else, but I did get a little bit of happy mail, and then I'm going to give you a ridiculous life update. I got some happy mail that I was not expecting. Kalisha, who is my dear friend who lives in Orlando, which is like 2 hours from me, I got to see her twice this year at Distaff Day and Yarn Lounge. She sent me a little package in the mail and was like, hey, happy mail's coming to you. And I was like, you didn't have to do that. Get your yarn wishes granted just happened, and I did not even participate. I'll get to why in a second. But she sent me a little box, and I had grand plans to open this box. What, buddy? You are the most grumpiest baby. I had grand plans to open this on camera with Nova, but she's currently asleep. And this video must go out because it's almost Thanksgiving. It was supposed to be out last week. She sent Nova a treasure bag. She put a little tag on it that says she thrifted it a while ago and Nova can use it for her treasures. And let me tell you, Nova will use it for her treasures. Her #1 pastime of her life is putting things in things. If she has a bag or a box or a bucket, she will fill it and she will take everything out and she will refill it and she will carry it around and she will give it to you and say, I got you a present. And then she will take it back and she will fill it again. If she has not seen this, she's going to be delighted. And I can finally give it to her because I showed it on camera. There is also a lovely little notions pouch from Jamie Bean's Wool that has a sticker that says I am enough. I'm going to put it, are you talking? You guys stuff to say? I'm going to put it, I have a little trunk that has my most treasured skeins in it, and it has stickers on it, so I'm going to put that sticker on there. There's candy in here. Must hide that from Nova. A beautiful mini skein. It's sparkly. And a little thing of soap. It's called Celebration. So I'm sure that smells delightful. What? Grumpus? 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 You want to nom on me? Yeah? How about you chew on my thumb? There's also some lovely tea in here, some cold water infused tea, and blueberry citrus, basil, and cranberry lime honeysuckle. I have never heard of that. I didn't realize there were 2 flavors until just now. It says mom juice flavoring. Do you know why it says that? Because I have a cup that I've been carrying around with me for 6 months now. It says mom juice, and it holds like 40 ounces of water. And I am supposed to be drinking 3 of them a day. I'm not quite at 3 of them, but she sent me a lovely, lovely little card and then a box of tea. I don't know what kind of tea because it's wrapped. It's for, I always like to do a different bag of tea every day in December, kind of like a tea advent calendar. And my Get Your Yarn Wishes granted every year, like my one last wish is always to get a tea, like just send me a card with a tea in it and I will put it in my advent calendar. And she sent me that to open on Christmas, which is just the most adorable thing ever. And I didn't even participate in Get Your Yarn Wishes granted this year. And I will tell you why. But she didn't forget and she sent me tea. And that was so nice. That was so sweet. Yes. You want this one to chew on? Okay, I know I'm far away from the camera now, but this is how we're going to live our life. The reason I did not participate in Get Your Yarn Wishes granted this year is because there has been a plague on our house. And by a plague, I mean for the last 4 straight weeks now, sickness has been in our house. So he is going to be 11 weeks old tomorrow. So from week 7 until now. 4 weeks ago, almost, I got a stomach bug. I think maybe I said that in one of the recent videos. I got a stomach bug. I actually got a stomach bug so bad that I missed church, which I wasn't preaching that day because I wasn't quite off of maternity leave yet. But I never miss church unless I'm out of town. I was afraid to leave the house. I was not throwing up, thank God. But that lasted for about a day and a half. I recovered. 2 days later, Josiah's family came into town, which was just the most wonderful thing. I loved having them here so much. And we were all fine until Wednesday. Nova had a fever. She had a fever for a couple days on and off. Then got over it. Was fine. Then the following week, he had his shots, his first 2-month shots. He had such a hard time with them. He was the most fussy he has ever been in his life. And he's really fussy right now. He's very fussy. Yes. This is very abnormal for him, but I think he's trying to poop. And pooping is hard for the baby. Yes. How about I give you a belly rub? How about you lay and have a belly rub? Choking? What are you choking on? Dear. Oh, you like a belly rub, don't you? Yes, he's smiling. Yes, you love a belly rub. You love a belly rub. So he was, did not sleep, could not put him down for 2 straight days. So he's fine. That was Tuesday. Thursday night, he's fine. He's sleeping peacefully. Nova, in the middle of the night, that Thursday night, throws up into her bed and has it come out the other end at the same time. Thank goodness I'm married to Josiah because he went and cleaned up the throw up. I'm much better with poop than I am throw up. He stayed with her the rest of the night. That Friday morning, she got 102 fever. By Saturday morning, the fever was gone and she was totally fine. Like eating, running around, playing, no big deal. The next morning, Sunday morning, totally fine. She went to church. We did everything because she hadn't thrown up at that point, 2 days. So I didn't think she was contagious. She didn't really see any other kids at that point. But like Sunday, they are on their way home from church because Josiah and I drive separately. She throws up in the car and then proceeds to keep throwing up for the rest of the night. I lost count of how many times. I bet 20 times. I had to take her to the pediatrician the next morning because I could not keep a teaspoon of Pedialyte in her. Like, it came out. She just kept throwing up. It was horrible. And thankfully, again, Josiah stayed up all night with her because I was up with the baby. Oh, sad boy. Yes. So the pediatrician, I called him as soon as they opened, and they got her in within an hour, thankfully. They gave her liquid Zofran to stop the vomiting, but they were like, listen, if this does not work in the next 5 or 6 hours, you're going to have to go to the ER with her. And I was like, please no. So thankfully the Zofran worked and she started being able to keep Pedialyte down, which is the only thing she was allowed to have for the rest of the day. So she was really sick. Like, I have never seen her that sick. That lasted, she probably wasn't acting normal until Thursday that week. So she was sick that whole week. Thursday night that week, I feel like I'm losing track of time, but I think that was last week. I had a stomachache and I was like, no. And I had a little bit of a stomachache. I had a really low fever, like 99.3 or something. And I had a couple of bathroom episodes. Friday, I was pretty fine. Totally fine. Saturday, fine. Sunday, fine. Until 5 p.m. And then I was literally up all night. I've never gone to the bathroom so many times in my life. And now it let up about Monday morning, like 8 a.m. So I'm totally fine now. I'm not totally fine. Like, depending on what I eat, my stomach is still like, I don't know. Be wary of that. I did talk to a doctor because I was like, can I even have people over for Thanksgiving? Like, what is this plague in our house? He's like, you're not contagious anymore unless there's a fever. There's been no fever since Thursday last week. The amount of laundry that has been done, the amount of cleaning. This morning, Josiah bleached, like, we mopped the floor and he put bleach in it because I was like, I very rarely use bleach because I don't like the smell. I think it's bad for you. Like, I have never used so much hand sanitizer in my life. And Lysol, I have Lysoled every doorknob and switch in high traffic area for fingers like 5 times because I do not want to give anyone whatever has been in our house. This morning, I bleached the bathrooms because they were clean before, but the plague must be eradicated. So everyone's fine now, right? Nova's fine. I'm fine. Josiah's fine. The baby's fine. Except last night, we were sleeping so peacefully. For the first night in weeks, all of us were sleeping great. And at 3:30 a.m., the power went out. That's why the windows are open. Thankfully, it's not too hot today. A tree fell over. An entire tree uprooted itself and fell over about 4 houses down behind our house that way and snapped the power lines like 4 houses long. So the power was out from 3:30 a.m. until 10 a.m. this morning, and crews were there for like 4 hours working on it. And then once the power came back on, the internet and everything else was still out for another hour. So it's just been, yeah. Oh, that's stinky fart, dude. That's a stinky fart. Yes, it is a stinky fart. That's why you were fussing. You got a little tummy stinky fart ache. He has been totally fine, and I have been so worried about him. I know in theory, like breast milk, because he's just nursing, protects babies from stomach bugs. But in my head, in the back of my head, the whole time, I'm like, if he gets this, we have to go to the children's hospital. Like, he cannot be throwing up. He cannot be having diarrhea. Like, that is not okay for an infant under any circumstances. Yeah. I'm so sorry about your life, buddy. This is how it is before he has to poop. This is why he's on a regimen of a tablespoon of prune juice a day per his pediatrician. He just, he eats so well, but his digestive pyrotechnics, not great. And before you come into with ideas, I don't do any dairy because I'm allergic. I also don't do eggs, really. So it's just his little body. He was doing a lot better, but the last couple days he has not been doing so great at this. So it's probably because he grew and now it's not working anymore. So yeah, the pox in our house. I also randomly in the middle of that got an eye infection in my eyeball. And the doctor was like, oh, it's probably from wearing your contacts. And I was like, I have been wearing contacts for over 20 years at this point, and never, ever one time have I had an eye infection. Never. But I got an eye infection and I had to put drops in my eyes 4 times a day for 7 days. So I realize this sounds like me complaining because I am. It has been just a whirlwind of throw up and bathroom breaks and fussy babies. So many, these kids, so fussy. Well, this one not really, except for the 2 days of his shots. But Nova was so unhappy. And then I was so sick. And then it was just a mess. And now it's Thanksgiving tomorrow. I'm really hoping we're over this. I keep saying, oh, this is probably the end now. And then something else happens. I said that last night. Oh, I think we're past it at this point. And then, of course, the power was off at 3 a.m. and everyone has been awake since 3:30 in the morning. And Nova was cranky. That is why she is not on this video. Because she's sleeping. Yes, she is. And you are cranky, but you refuse to sleep. If I put him down for 5 minutes, he's cranky today. You just didn't get any sleep last night, did you? No, you didn't. So that is the tragic update of my life. That is why I did not participate in Get Your Yarn Wishes Granted. Because I was barely keeping anything together. Which is why it was extra sweet that Happy Meal arrived, because it was like truly a hellscape of barf in my house. And that just made me smile so much. Oh, you are pooping. I felt it. Threw the diaper on my leg. Yes, you are. So yeah. But in positive news, the house is decorated for Christmas, because everyone's coming. I don't have any Thanksgiving decorations. So we put up all the Christmas tree, Nova's tiny Christmas tree with all her felt and handmade ornaments that y'all made her in the last Get Your Yarn Wishes Granted campaign. We have our lights up outside, and what else? Tomorrow is going to be a lot of cooking, so we're making a ham and a turkey, and Josiah's going to make his famous mac and cheese. We're going to make some Southern style bacon green beans in the Instapot, and mashed potatoes. Hot tip on the mashed potatoes. I was somewhere where they were handing out samples of mashed potatoes, and they put French's fried crispy onions, you know, the ones you put on like green bean casserole. They put those on top of the mashed potatoes, and it was amazing. So I'm definitely doing that this year. What did I say? Green beans, mac and cheese, mashed potatoes, ham, turkey, rolls. I'm gonna make some rolls. In fact, we are making Red Lobster cheesy biscuits because I found a mix for that. Normally I just make like canned crescent rolls. Also mushroom soup. I'm gonna make my famous blended mushroom soup. My aunt's bringing dessert, my brother's bringing drinks, and then after dinner I'm gonna try and make some pralines. So tomorrow's gonna be epic, and I just wish that I didn't start today by being awake since 3:30 a.m. Yes, I was gonna try and take a nap. Well, Nova's sleeping, but this one refuses to go to sleep on account of he is so gassy. So gassy. Yes. Yes, you are so gassy. Oh no, oh no. It's okay. Yes, this is the life update. Tragic life update with the finished object, with a Christmas hat, with Happy Mail, with Annalisa jewelry, having a mood ring. So I know your like Black Friday sales and everything like happens, and some people hate that. I personally love it. It's when we get almost everything we need for the holidays. And if you are looking for wonderful jewelry, use my link below. Oh, that was a big fart, baby doll. Oh no, I have to end this video because he's not going to let me. Hey, you're okay? You're okay? Oh, you're not okay, I can tell. You got more poop in there and it just won't come out. So yeah, use my link below and you can get up to 35% off depending on what you're buying. You don't need a coupon code, you just need to use my link. And I would love if you comment below with your favorite Thanksgiving food. What is your favorite Thanksgiving food? I would love it if you commented below. And I will see you again at the beginning of December, hopefully. Hopefully the plague upon our house has left us. And hopefully I can get that Christmas hat finished and then maybe get back to a little bit of crochet. Yeah. What do you think, baby Noah? What do you think? Say, I think I'm mad. Yes. Say bye, friends. Sorry I fussed the whole time, but I'm just so beautiful and everyone loves me anyways. I hope you have a happy Thanksgiving if you celebrate. If you're somewhere else in the world or if you don't celebrate, have a happy Thursday. And I will see y'all soon. Happy crafting. Please send good vibes to my house. That next time I see you, I do not have a tragic life update of epic proportions. Good day, friends. Happy Thanksgiving.